Laplace transformation. It is useful and powerful method of solving linear differential equation arising in engineering mathematics. So there are three steps to solve Laplace transformation. The given differential equation is transformed into an algebraic equation which also called subsidiary equation. The latter is solved by purely algebraic manipulations or simplifications. And then the solution of the subsidiary equation is transformed back so that it becomes the required solution of the original differential equation. In this way, the Laplace transformation reduces the problem of solving a differential equation to an algebraic problem. Another advantage is that it takes care of initial conditions so that in initial value problems, the determination of a general solution is avoided. Similarly, if we apply the Laplace transformation to a non-homogeneous equation, we can obtain the solution directly, that is without first solving the corresponding homogeneous equation. Definition. Let f of t be a given function which is defined for all positive values of t. We multiply f of t by e raised to negative st and integrate with respect to t from 0 up to infinity. Then, if the resulting integral exists, it is a function of s, where s is the parameter which may be a real or complex numbers. So, ito po yung sinasabi dun sa definition na yun. F of x equals integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt from 0 up to infinity. The function f of s is called the Laplace transform of the original function f of t and will be denoted by Laplace of f, the symbol L or Laplace, which transforms f of t into f of s, is called the Laplace transformation operator. So, paki-take note po nito, f of s equals Laplace transform of the function is equal to integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt from 0 to infinity. The described operation of f of t is called the Laplace transformation. Also, the Laplace transform f of s is said to exist if the integral converge for some values of s, otherwise it does not exist. Furthermore, the original function f of t is called the inverse transform or inverse of f of s and will be denoted by inverse Laplace of f of s, then f of t equals inverse Laplace of f. The original function shall be denoted by a lowercase letter and it's transformed by the same letter in capital. So, yung inverse ay yung Laplace transform, meron siyang counterpart na inverse transform. So, ito nga po yung special properties of infinity na pwede nating magamit mamaya. Example number 1. Find the Laplace transform of f of t equals 1 when t is greater than 0. So, ito nga po again yung ating general formula ng Laplace. Laplace of function equals integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt from 0 up to infinity. Now, ito po yung function natin. So, sabi nga po, kukuhanin natin yung Laplace transform yan. So, kunin po natin yung Laplace transform ng 1. So, ito po yun. Yung f of t natin, 1, diba? So, sabi nga po sa definition, I-integrate mo po yan ng may kasamang e raised to negative s t dt from 0 up to infinity. Di Laplace transform ng 1 equals integral ng e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. So, ang operator natin is integral. So, kailangan po natin ng integral ng EU du. So, di ba parang ganyan yung form niya? So, maglalat po ako ng u. So, pwedeng negative s t. Wherein yung t ko po magsaserve as variable at yung negative s ko po magsaserve as constant. So, i-derive ko po yung u. So, ang magiging du ko po is negative s dt. So, Laplace transformation ng 1, integral ng e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity ay negative 1 over s e raised to negative st from 0 up to infinity. Now, ang gagawin ko po dyan is purely algebraic manipulation po. So, Laplace transform ng 1 is negative 1 over s. Ibaba ko po yung e raised to negative st magiging e raised to st na po. Of course, yung limits natin from 0 up to infinity. And then, isa-substitute ko na po yung mga limits. So, negative 1 over s. Yung infinity po, isa-substitute ko sa t since yung t natin on variable. So, e raised to s multiplied by infinity. And then, ima-minus ko yung lower limit na 0. 1 minus e raised to s times 0. Then, yan na po ngayon yung ating properties of infinity. Negative 1 over s multiplied by s times infinity is infinity. So, e raised to infinity minus 1 over e raised to 0 na ngayon. And then, Laplace transform ng 1 equals negative 1 over s. So, ito po ay magiging 1 over infinity minus 1 over 1. So, Laplace ng 1 equals negative 1 over s. Magiging 0 na po ito, sabi sa ating properties of infinity, minus 1. Therefore, ang final answer mo po ay 1 over s. So, ang Laplace transform po ng 1 ay 1 over s. Next, find the Laplace transform of f of t equals e raised to at. So, sabi nga natin, magmula po tayo sa ating general formula ng Laplace. Laplace of f equals integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt from 0 up to infinity. Now, kukunin ko daw po yung Laplace ng e raised to a t. So, i-integrate ko siya ng may kasamang e raised to negative st dt from 0 up to infinity. Next, so 'di ba kapag ka same base, pwede ko pong i-add yung mga exponent nila. So integral ng e raised to negative st plus a t dt from 0 to infinity. Next, i-factor out ko po yung t. So Laplace transform ng e raised to at equals integral ng e raised to negative s plus a t dt from 0 to infinity. Next, gusto ko po ngayon ilabas yung negative sa exponent. Integral ng e raised to negative s minus a times t dt from 0 to infinity. So ngayon po, mas madali ko na siyang i-integrate by letting u as negative s minus a t. And then, ide-derive ko po yun. Yung t ko po ang para magiging variable. Yung negative s plus a ko po, siya po yung magiging constant. So, ang derivative po nung u, negative s minus a dt na. Now, Laplace ng e raised to at, integral ng e raised to negative s plus at dt from 0 up to infinity. So, ang integral po nun ay negative 1 over s minus a e raised to negative s minus a t from 0 to infinity. Next. So, ibababa ko ngayon yung e raised to negative s plus at. So, Laplace transform ng e raised to at equals negative 1 over s minus a times 1 over e raised to s minus a t from 0 to infinity. Now, isa-substitute ko na po yung mga limits. So, para po sa infinity, 1 divided by e raised to s minus a, yung t magiging infinity. And then, ma-minus mo ngayon yung lower limit, 1 divided by e raised to s minus a times 0. Now, 1 divided by e, and then ito po ay constant. So, s minus a times infinity, ito po ay magiging infinity minus 1 divided by e raised to 0. Next. And then 1 over e raised to infinity is 0 po. Minus 1 divided by e raised to 0 is 1. So, ang magiging Laplace po ng e raised to a t ay 1 over s minus a. Provided na yung s minus a ko po ay hindi po magiging 0. Find the Laplace transform of f of t equals sine bt. So again po tayo sa ating general formula. Laplace daw po ng function equals integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt from 0 up to infinity. So ilalaplace daw po natin yung sine bt equals integral ng e raised to negative st. Tapos kung ano yung nilalaplace mo po, yun na nga po yung sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Basta po kung ano po yung nilalaplace mo po, para makuha mo po yung Laplace niyan, i-integrate mo po yan ng mayroong kasamang e raised to negative st dt. Now, papaano mo ngayon ito i-integrate? Kung natatandaan nyo po yung integration by parts na integral ng u dv equals uv minus integral ng v du. Tignan ko po itong form na po na ito. Doon sa ating sample problem, parang ang magiging u ko po dyan ay e raised to negative st. Ano yung kasunod? dv. E di matik na ang dv ko po dyan ay yung pong ating sine bt dt. Okay. So, rewrite ko lang po. Ang magiging u ko po is e raised to negative st. At ang dv ko ay sine bt dt. Kailangan ko po ng du at saka ng v. So, kukunin ko po yung derivative ng u. Ano pong derivative niyan? Magiging negative s e raised to negative st dt. And then, i-extra ko po yung v po galing po sa dv. So, ang operation natin is integral. So, ang integral po ng dv ay v. Ano naman daw po integral ng sine bt dt? Di ba ang integral nun ay negative cosine bt. Pero syempre, yung b ay ano po yun, parang number. So, wag po natin kalilimutan na meron siyang 1 over b. Now, susundan ko na po ito. uv minus integral ng v du. Ano pong u ko? Ang u ko po ay e raised to negative st. Ang v ko ngayon ay negative 1 over b cosine bt So, since na-integrate ko na siya, may limits pa siya na from 0 up to infinity. Minus, anong kasunod? Integral ng v du. Integral ng v, negative 1 over b cosine bt. Du is negative s e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Now, isimplify ko po yung naunang term. Magiging negative 1 over b e raised to negative st cosine bt from 0 to infinity. And then, ilalabas ko po yung constant dito. Sa kaso pong ito, negative 1 over b times negative s times negative 1. So, negative s over b integral ng e raised to negative st cosine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Now, i-integrate ko yung second, yung nasa right side. So, ganun din po, by parts din po. Ang magiging u ko po dito ay e raised to negative st at ang magiging dv ko ay cosine bt dt. Derivative ng u is negative s e raised to negative st dt. Integral ng dv is v. Integral ng cosine bt dt is 1 over b sine bt. Then, copy ko lang po. So, meron po sa labas na s may over b. And then, by parts nga po yung pag integrate sa kanya, uv minus integral ng v du. Ano po yung u natin? U is e raised to negative st. V is 1 over b sine bt. So, kung na-integrate ko na siya, meron pa siyang from limits na from 0 to infinity. Minus integral ng v du. So, integral ng v, 1 over b sine bt. And then du is negative s e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Now, i-distribute ko po yung S over B sa mga terms na ito. Negative S over B multiplied by 1 over B. And then we have negative S over B times negative times 1 over B times negative S. Okay. Negative S over B times 1 over B. E di negative S over B squared. So, bali ang nangyari, ito pong negative S over B, i-distribute ko po dito. At saka po dito. Next, isubtract ko po itong 1, negative 1 over B e raised to negative st cosine bt from 0 to infinity minus S over B squared e raised to negative st sine bt from 0 to infinity. So, ang denominator nila ay B squared. So, magkakaroon po ako ng negative B e raised to negative st cosine bt minus S e raised to negative st sine bt from 0 to infinity. And then copy. Next, balik po tayo dito. Laplace transform ng sine bt is equal to integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Ibig sabihin, ito pong Laplace ng sine bt ay pwede pong maging integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. So, pwede ko na siyang palitan. Ito pong Laplace ng sine bt. So, papalitan ko na po siya. So, yung Laplace ng sine bt magiging integral na po ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. And then, kokopyahin ko po yung kanina. Negative b e raised to negative st cosine bt minus s e raised to negative st sine bt all over b squared from 0 to infinity minus s squared over b squared integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Ngayon po, itatranspose ko naman po ito sa kabilang side ng equation. Since pagdidikitin ko po yung dalawang may integration na operation. So, ang mangyayari po, integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity plus na ngayon s squared over b squared integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity equals negative b e raised to negative st cosine bt minus s e raised to negative st sine bt all over b squared from 0 to infinity. Next po, gusto ko pong i-multiply both sides by b squared para po mawala yung b squared sa denominator. So, multiply ko po sa b squared. So, para po dito sa first term, magiging integral ng b squared e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity plus b squared times s squared over b squared. Magiging s squared na lang siya. Integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity equals. So, mawawala na po ito. Negative b e raised to negative st cosine bt minus s e raised to negative st sine bt from 0 to infinity. Next, kung mapapansin nyo po, meron po silang common e raised to negative st sin bt dt, e raised to negative st sin b dt. Pwede ko po siyang i-factor out, ilalabas ko po. So, integral ng e raised to negative st sin bt dt from 0 to infinity. Ifa-factor out ko po. E di i-multiply ko siya sa b squared plus s squared. Next, ifa-factor out ko din po since sa kabilang side meron tayong common na e raised to negative st. So, e raised to negative st multiplied by negative b cosine bt minus s sine bt from 0 to infinity. And then, copy again, integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Pagbaliktarin ko lang po, gawin kong s squared plus b squared. And then, gusto ko pong ibaba yung e raised to negative s t. Para po maging negative b cosine bt minus s sine bt all over e raised to st from 0 to infinity. Now, isa-substitute ko na po yung mga limits na 0 up to infinity. Saan po? Doon sa letter t, since yun yung parang ating variable. So, negative b cosine b times infinity minus s sine b up to infinity all over e raised to s times infinity minus the lower limit, which is 0, negative b cosine b times 0 minus s sine b times 0 all over e raised to s times 0.
Sir, nawalan po yata
Sir,
kayo ng
nawala
audio.
po ng audio.
Ito po ay 0 na po. Cosine 0 is 1. Sine 0 is 0. E raised to 0 is 1. Eh di ang mangyayari po ay 0 minus negative b minus 0 over 1. Eh di, ang matitira na lang po ay b. Now, yung s squared plus b squared, pwede ko lang i-over sa kabilang side ng equation. O i-multiply ko sa 1 over s squared plus b squared both sides of the equation. So, meron na po akong integral ng e raised to negative st sine bt dt from 0 to infinity equals b divided by s squared plus b squared. Ano nga po ito? 'Di ba pag may nakakita tayo ng integral ng isang function at kalapit ng e raised to negative st dt, kung ano yung naandito mo, yun yung nilalaplas mo. So kung ano daw yung nasa loob, yun daw po yung nilalaplas. So Laplace ng sine bt ay equals sa b over s squared plus b squared. Ito na po yung sagot.
Sir, pwede makikibalik po dun sa last po na computation. Okay na po, sir. Thank you po.
So, 'di ba, ito po ay naging ganito. Ito po 'yon, yung may box na green. Okay na po. Now, balik tayo dun sa unang problem. Ang Laplace transform daw po ng 1 ay 1 over s. Ang Laplace transform ng e raised to 80 ay 1 over s minus a. Ang Laplace transform ng ating sin bt ay b over s squared plus b squared. Meron tayong table ng ilang elementary function and their Laplace transform. Na-solve na po natin na ang Laplace ng 1 ay 1 over s. Na-solve na po natin na ang Laplace ng e raised to at ay 1 over s squared. At na-solve na din natin na ang Laplace transform ng sin bt ay b over s squared plus b squared. Pamilyar po ba? Meaning, pag kukunin ko ang Laplace transform ng t, just like the previous problems, kailangan siyang dumaan sa integral ng e raised to negative st, f of t, which is in this case, ang f of t natin ay t lang, dt from 0 to infinity. Next, pag kukunin ko ang Laplace transform ng cosine bt, kailangan niya din dumaan sa general formula na integral ng e raised to negative st f of t dt, or in this case, cosine bt dt from 0 to infinity. Nakukuha niyo po ba yung concept? So, kailangan, pag meron akong ilalaplace, dadaan siya sa ganitong form. Wherein, kung ano yung function ko, ito yon. In-integrate ko lang ng may kasamang e raised to negative st dt from 0 to infinity. Nakukuha nyo po? Ayan na yung given na table para po sa some elementary functions f of t and their Laplace transform.